with our lack of funding, we don't get the opportunity to play international tests every week. So there is still that aspect of nervousness that comes with standing across from your opposition, who most of them are professional, and the hard work they've put in. And it's not that we haven't put in hard work. That's not what it's about. We work very hard, but just there is that gap between the professional and the non-professional. And as a captain, I had to forget about that gap, because if I showed any lack of confidence, if I showed any fear, not nervousness, everyone's nervous before you play a big game, but fear, if I showed any fear, how could I expect my teammates to play with freedom? And so being captain, I had to force myself to play with freedom, and not be scared on the field, and not be scared to make a mistake, but to actually bring it. So becoming captain, I would say, definitely forced me to get out of that mold of fearfulness and be brave. I had to be brave. I have to be brave on the field, and try and inspire braveness from my teammates around me, to not play within ourselves, but to play to our potential, to show the world what we can do. Doesn't matter what opposition we face, whether it be number 1 in the world or whether it be number 30 in the world. We have our own brand of boldness and braveness that we can bring to the field, and show our opposition that we mean business and we are there to compete. With the Tokyo Olympics coming up, it was a really big goal to unite the team under, and to inspire them to work hard towards. And I think those of us who were part of the 2016 disappointment, it meant a lot more, the Tokyo Olympics, and our team going and representing our country. And there was enough time for us to prepare as much as possible. We knew what needed to be done in that amount of time. We had the days, we were counting down the days to the games. Everything was centered around qualifying for those games, obviously, first of all, and then once we did qualify through the Continental Championship, it was then centered around what we had to do to make sure we could be the best we could be by that point. And then, like the rest of the world, our schedule was shut down. Hearing the news of the fact that the Tokyo Olympics will be moved out by a year was another hurdle that the team had to overcome, and it was tough. It was really tough. I think those of us who were part of the 2016 disappointment and now this, it was just kind of like, are we supposed to be Olympians? Is the universe telling us, like, maybe this isn't for you? And it was a point where, we could turn around and enjoy the time off, the lockdown, as a normal person. But that drive, that determination, that competitiveness just won't let you do that. And so throughout lockdown, we tried to keep in contact with one another as much as we could, and do online Zoom sessions, and just touch base with one another and make sure that we stay on the bus. And that bus was heading to the Tokyo Olympics, and yeah, we made it. We got to the Tokyo Olympics. Reflecting back on it, I would say we were definitely underprepared. It being an Olympian for me was not good enough. I wanted to go there and compete and give a good account of us as the South African women's hockey team, and show the world what we can do, and I don't believe we really got the opportunity to do that. I still think there's a lot more for us to show the world, and coming back as the leader of that team and reflecting on that, it was tough for me. It was tough for me. Even now, looking back on it, it's tough. It's tough to make that realization that this Olympic dream, something that you've been dreaming years and years about, to come back and have some negative feelings about it is a tough thing to go through. But I think that the fact that I've gone through that only makes me more determined to try and make sure that it doesn't happen again. And so in the build up to the Paris 24 Olympics, having gone through that, I now know what it takes, and we can do everything in our power. No matter the odds, there are things that we can't control, and unfortunately, that is life. But the things that we can control, as a team, we need to make sure that we are controlling those things, and that we are putting in all the effort and giving everything we've got. There is so much stacked against us, but that is our reality. And I think that's what this team that's the attitude this team is currently adopting. Is we take what gets thrown at us, and there are things thrown at us, and things happen randomly out of the blue that we have to kind of dodge or deal with, but we will not quit. We will not sit down. We want to, when we stand on that field and sing the national anthem for the first time at the Paris 24 Olympics, we want to have that united feeling that we did everything we could in our power to make sure that we were as prepared as possible for that moment. There's also the realization that it's bigger than us. It's bigger than this generation of South African women's hockey players. What we do now, the hard work we put in now, could make the difference for the next generation, and somehow make their path just a little bit smoother than ours. And so a won't quit mentality is just of the utmost importance.